He's a storyteller. If you think about storytelling and which politician that's part of his strength, can he use it in other arenas? Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
So because that is his thing. So he comes off he presents himself in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of the younger ones, they're going to play to their strengths. And that might do something for change in the culture, but we have to wait.
I hope so.
We have to wait and see.
I would really
because
hope
I think what happens is when people start to lose, they kind of just go back.
They go
back to Detroit and true.
When they start to lose,
they go back to Detroit and true. So guys, but we have a call on the line. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, I think that I don't understand this. If you are changing administrations, you have to change like up to permanent secretary level. I don't think that the system was designed to be that way. Okay? I can't think of a way if the service is functioning properly, if it is professional, that somebody can sabotage something. They'll be caught. Okay? If they're properly monitored or supervised. Okay? I agree that the ministers, the political directorate, should have somebody who is of their choosing, let's say, as a personal secretary, confidential secretary, and perhaps an advisor. But after that, leave it to a professional civil service to execute whatever plans and programs they might have promised people. Okay, that is how it should function. And it's not, unfortunately, that has not been the case. And we now have very politicized permanent secretaries, okay, handpicked and, vetted. It's no longer a case of their tenure and their performance and those things. It's loyalty. Okay, and that I think is where the danger comes in, because loyalty to who? Shouldn't it be the public and not the politician, a politician? There was a Caribbean country that had a way of getting rid of a permanent secretary if they didn't like them. The politician would just put them in an office and make sure not one piece of paper go into that office or come out. I guess in today's world it would be just don't give them a computer, right? But so there are ways of that the politicians can manipulate the system and get what they want. But in a place like St. Kitts, there's absolutely no reason to talk about things like sabotage and national security interests and those kind of things. We're not the United States or one of those big countries, okay? And we should stop giving the impression that it is normal when a government change that the civil service, top jobs in the civil service, and the statutory corporations as well, must change along with the politician. That is not, I think, how the system was meant to be, and we're suffering, I think, for it. Yes, they are.
But you're suggesting that there be, let me put it this way. You're suggesting that the minister be allowed to move into the ministry with personal staff that would then help to direct the operations of the ministry.
And be a sounding board, because it can be very lonely up there, okay? And, you need a sounding board, you need somebody you can trust, you need somebody absolutely who, you can confide in, okay? But that should be a minimum. That should be one or two persons at most, not go the way of making sure you have your man or woman in every area of the civil service to know what's going on and that kind of thing. That is not how the system is supposed to work. You see?
Yeah, I think this probably stems from a deeper issue, which is the politicization of the civil service to begin with. Like,
Right.
yeah, so all the political appointees, and because that is the case, then yeah, I think this is even more of a response to that than say this is the cause of it. But yeah,
And it isn't that it isn't recognized, because successive governments talk about reform, civil service reform, public service reform, but it's a reform that again is, I think, dictated by or driven by political considerations, as opposed to making sure that the public gets value for the money that it pays civil servants. You know, that I think is the problem.
Well,
and of course, the political patronage system, where ministers get involved in even the most mundane of appointments in the civil service. If you have a professional civil service, there are standards that are there too. There's a human resource department. Let them do their work. Well, what do you have to get involved in it for? But of course, the politicians want to be able to go to a constituent and say, I got you this job, or I got you this house, or I got you this land, therefore vote for me. It's a form of bribery, really. Okay? That is absolutely not necessary, because if the politician is doing his work, these things would have been provided for people on a fair and consistent basis, and the people would reward them for it. You know, don't come down to the level of detail, micromanaging every department that you have. You know, what time would they have to do the actual big issues, like getting more investment, formulating plans, diversifying the economy, when they're all into politicking 24/7, you know? So the thing is, how do we change that, though? You know, that's a difficult part, because it obviously works for them. You know, that's why they continue it. Okay, but it absolutely needs to change if we are to really modernize and professionalize things. Okay.
all right. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of us would agree with the way things are should function. I don't know how we get there, because these changes will have to be initialized by politicians. Politicians will make politically expedient decisions. If you have a problem and you sit down a politician, an economist, a sociologist, each of them gonna attack it from a different angle. This is sometimes is necessary, but you have to be aware that they're gonna attack it from a different angle.
Literally.
You understand? Like, we even talking about politicians building out the system so that it works in the best interest of all. But the truth is, most people vote based on their own self-interest, not based on the interests of all.
Yep.
So there's a disconnect there. So you have a situation now where you finally win a seat. You're gone in parliament, you're gone in cabinet. My two sons here looking a job. When you come to your weekly consultations in the village, I come to you and say, hey, me and my whole family vote for you, and my two sons here need a job. I don't think I accepting, well, you know, I just got in, and you know, there's some issues in the civil service. We really need to create a situation where persons are hired based on merit, persons are hired based on experience,
All the
persons are need. As a matter of fact, what I could tell you now is that the wage bill is way too high, and we're probably going to be firing people in the civil service. But anyway, and then I can take that and leave and be like, you know what, I respect that man. That man. He's doing exactly what is best for the country.
You know what?
He can get me vote next time.
You know what I'm going to say? Well, I ain't voting for him again because I voted him in and he doing it first.
You're not forced.
Yeah, no, hang on.
Again, statesmen and politicians do different things. I think we expect statesman-like behavior from politicians.
Then happening.
The system perpetuates itself by.
Okay. Wait, what you?
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's jump into something else.
Yeah, the story here getting crazy and crazier.
Boy, you been following it? Oh, my mother's here, boy.
This thing was getting crazy and crazier.
Listen, so when we talked about this yesterday?
Friday? Monday.
Yeah. So let's do an update on a story that we talked about on Monday. So it says probe reveals plot to kill 144 people as human sacrifices at Pathways International Church.
Pathway to the coffin.
Boy. I keep telling y'all time and time again, because of these people who supposed to, you know what? Let's not. So, Nationwide News understands that the police have seized a laptop from a senior member of the Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries.
Oh, wait, say that name again. If this isn't like such a cliche evangelical name. Say that again.
The Pathways International Kingdom Restoration Ministries.
Yo, that is the most cliche evangelical church name.
Why did it got to be so long?
But yeah, they be like, watch here, you got to have like couple things in there. You got to have something like a good news. You got to have pathway, and you have to have international. Even though your church only got 7 people international, because we just stream on Facebook. Oh man, the Pathways International Restoration, like wow, they hit everything.
Boy.
Once I got restoration in there, you're clear though.
You're good.
Good News Restoration Temple Worship Center International Baptist.
Oh, you haven't put international in there and you ain't nowhere but in the country that you are.
Because I have a Facebook. I just said I have a Facebook.
That is not what international means.
Well, that's what we are speaking by faith. We're speaking by faith. And how you gonna be international when you're killing off all the people? Like how you expect to grow? You can't grow if you're killing off everybody.
Listen, this is a wild story, okay? So yeah.
Oh my God.
The church with the long name in Montego Bay, which contains details of a plot to kill 144 people as a part of human sacrifice. Granted, these 144 probably wasn't a part of the church. They're not killing church members.
They're not killing church members?
No, why would they? How the church gonna go if you kill them? I think mate.
Hosea, that name is not a red flag. If that name is a red flag, then we need to go check like 70 churches where it is in St. Kitts.
Yeah.
And that name there, again, is so cliche.
It is. Quite. Axman, I don't know if it was the same people drinking from a goat head, but that video scarred me for life. You see it?
Nope.
So there's this video, right? Of a man literally drinking from a decapitated head of a goat.
Okay, let me ask you. It was like a dried skull?
No.
It's like a fresh goat?
Fresh goat. Exactly. Exactly as in.
What?
Bro.
I do not.
Now I'm gonna show you now. If I see it, you gotta see it.
Oh my God.
That is the rules of this show. If I see it, you have to see it too.
Oh, this is why I stay off social media.
Boy.
This is exactly why I stay off social media. So is he bloody drinking?
Yes.
But why?
You could hear the goat behind still. Like, where are you?
Oh my God, okay. Finish the story.
I'm sorry. Are you scared? Yes, love it. So, the information on the electronic device says following the killings, the senior church members would flee the island via an...
Via what? Don't tell me about, Don't tell me about Jade. Jade, it cannot be a boat.
Wait. via an ark.
A boat. Watch here. The criminal them have.
No, not just a boat.
It's an ark.
An ark.
Watch here.
What the
Maritime, regional maritime travel. We're trying to figure it out for years, guys.
Oh my
the
God.
criminals have it locked.
The world has gone.
The
nuts.
criminals have it locked.
The world has gone.
I still trying to figure out how to make Liat viable. These people moving around the Caribbean in an ark. Hey. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Let me. Is there more? Is there more?
Finish the
Okay.
story.
The device is being processed by the detectives as part of a high-level probe. 9 men from the church remain in jail this afternoon. The men remain behind bars as police investigators intensify their probe into the killing of 2 church members during a ritual on Sunday evening.
I tell you, members are killing you.
No, remember this year happened when the police
Right.
came. Yeah,
Oh,
this
so-
wasn't.
oh,
Yeah, this wasn't a sacrifice thing. The deceased male and female were murdered by fellow.
I told you so.
Yeah, you're right.
I tell you so.
You're right. You're right. The deceased male and female were murdered by fellow church members as a part of what's believed to be a human
Sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
A third member of the church was killed by the security forces
By the police, yeah.
when he alleged attacked them with a knife. Sorry, this man is making it so hard to talk. Among those in custody is the church leader. Okay, it is understood that an aspect of the police investigation is also focused on the source of funding of several senior members of the church. The church leader is to be interrogated by police investigators in the upcoming days about the circumstances in which 2 people were stabbed to death in the incident.
Watch it, right? This is the thing. Where is the breakdown? Where is the breakdown of by gender of the members of the church?
There was more to the story. Now, hold on. I did see it somewhere. Hold on.
Where is the breakdown by gender? Them things are be important, yeah. Them you said have 9 men. You said have 9 men in custody, right?
What is that? Is that
Yeah,
men?
9 men.
Okay, hold on.
They have 9 men in custody, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could bet you to the 144 the people that was going to kill, right?
Majority is one.
Not majority.
Easier to kill a woman.
Vast
A vast
majority.
majority would have been a man because women are easier to. Yeah.
Hey, no, let me tell you something, right? There's this thing. There's this saying, right, that the schools, when it comes to black people, the schools control our children. The prisons control our men. And the churches control our women. Let us sink in for a second.
Well, no lies were told there. No lies
Right.
were told
And
there.
people need, these people are just prey on people's desire for like truth and hope, yeah. That's all we're gonna hear.
Yeah. Literally. That is literally what is happening.
Right.
There was something else I saw about this story, but I can't.
The story I've been
It's-
seeing multiple articles. It just been
Oh.
all over the place.
Okay, so here was another one. It says,
Guys,
This
this
one
is
hard to read by.
no limit. And again, the reason why it's important for us to go through these types of stories, right? Is I do not want people to believe that this is somehow something that's happening out there, you know.
no, this is in Jamaica.
We have to remain vigilant for these kind of things right here,
This
you
is
know.
literally in our neighboring island. So it says,
Right on here already.
well, may here now human sacrifice yet. So, and I don't sacrifice me, because y'all ain't gonna get nowhere with me. I am not a proper candidate.
You're
Trust
sweet,
me.
you're sweet.
Not him. I am not the candidate for this.
I have not lived a life that would make me acceptable to any deity that you're worshiping.
Y'all going hell. If y'all sacrifice me, straight hell.
Oh my God.
No, I have to make listen, with the way the world going, I have to make a proper case for this. I want y'all to know that I am not the person to do this to.
Me sweet. Like your deity ain't gonna want me.
At all.
The kind of life I live in.
Y'all ain't gonna don't do it. So it says
You eat pork every Friday. No,
every Friday.
Deity ain't gonna want Jade.
religiously.
Deity ain't gonna want Jade.
I find the Portman, he actually is where.
That's where he was?
Yes, he's
Which-
on Market Street next to Gary's Fruits and Flowers. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
So
okay,
I
okay.
found the Portman.
So just below Mary there.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it says, cop among those being questioned about church where 3 was killed. A policewoman, you just say it. You just say it, friend. You just say it. You just say it. A policewoman is among the group of persons now being questioned following the operation in which the persons died after the police raided a religious-based organization in Albion, St. James. The development has been confirmed by the Corporate Communications Unit, CCU, of the police force. Police said a team of law enforcement personnel went to the Paradise Crescent. No, they say the same name.
It's another church name or this one in name?
Paradise Crescent in Albion. It's the same church, but maybe it got multiple names. I don't know. But they said they went to the Paradise Crescent in Albion, and upon their arrival, taking cover and creation according around the premises of a religious-based organization. The security personnel later gained access. A shootout ensued. We just talked about that. The woman died. Okay. So, a camera was also found in the location. It has not been established whether the device was used to record the strange development at the premises. I watched a video, right?
Oh my gosh.
I watched a video with the leader of the church, and he was talking about how y'all need to bring y'all tithes. If y'all don't bring y'all tithes, y'all can't come to church because that's how it works, and story. Yeah.
After man saying that you have a cult name and a church name.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Yeah, vibes.
Smart.
Yeah, man.
Religion left unchecked is definitely dangerous. Definitely dangerous.
Who's going to do the check-in?
Nobody. Remember, once you are deemed as a religious organization, you basically have free reign.
Unless you're trying to sacrifice people.
Not even then. Because they ain't gonna know that's what you're doing.
Yeah, they found out about these people though.
Yeah, because somebody probably snitched.
No, but thankfully.
Somebody probably was like, nah, I can't do this no more. Y'all killing us.
The saddest part about it probably ain't the policewoman who was there. That's the saddest part.
No, boy, you're crazy. She was in the ritual. Probably trying a couple stab herself.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, somebody snitched. Somebody probably was like, y'all killing
I
us.
didn't think so. I think it's probably a loved one of somebody who just walk out. This thing ain't really right. And a lot of times that is how these things come to light, you know.
True.
Is a loved one of somebody who is involved, who really and truly just doing their own little surveillance or whatever infiltration, trying to figure out what it is my daughter or my son into.
And when they find out, they're like,
Wait.
this is too much
This
now.
what are we doing up here?
This is you go in church every Sunday to go kill people. This ain't how church supposed to work.